niggas play live. Way before a nigga got high. Got the sauce on the side. Auntie Bridget still making pies. And the nigga still super fly. My daddy's from the bricks. He probably
Yeah. DJ such and such, you already know the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? That's that new. That's that new Overdose record, Fade Away. That's man, I love that record.
Shout out to Overdose, you already know.
Yep, y'all already know what's going on. Shout out to UpdatedTv is in the building. Mr. Agent Matthews is in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got a special guest came through today to drop off a record and introduce himself to the world. And yeah, go ahead and tell everybody who you are, where you checking in from.
You already know, this is Greene checking in. We in Zone 3 right now, Highly Unique Radio.
Oh, he knows his zones. I don't know nothing about them zones. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I always gotta ask such, what zone is I ain't from Atlanta, so I don't be knowing, you know what I'm saying? I had the pleasure of meeting you recently. I was one of the judges for a Gambino showcase that he does, sponsored by iHeartRadio and then 92.3 The Beat maybe?
Yeah.
I don't want to say it wrong.
Yeah, E.T. Cali was there.
Yeah, it was a really, really dope event, but one thing I can say is you absolutely stood out because you're so different. I didn't know what to expect when you got on stage. I was like, okay, well, see, I've never met an artist, I never know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? So, how long you been doing this music thing?
I've been doing it for about, off and on, I'd say 10 years now.
Okay.
And, I've just been independent the whole ride. And thank you so much,
Of course.
You never know, what to expect from the audience. And the people that are there, but it was an experience.
I know you got a lot of love because you were very different than everybody else that performed that night. Like, you brought something really different. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I love when artists can do something different and they're not afraid to do that, especially in front of an audience where there might be people you've never met before. Sometimes you don't know how they're going to react to it.
Right.
So when you typically get on stage and you perform, what is the reaction that you get from people, like when you come off stage?
It's kind of like a surprise, they didn't expect that, kind of like how you said, whoa, he did something different, he gave us something other than the guns and the drugs, and, it was just, it's me.
We talk about that, and I'm gonna say this to you, we talk about that a lot lately, we don't knock nobody for the type of music they put out, that's to each his own. But it's like it's so much bigger than just talking about guns and drugs and everything. Like, you got a bigger audience to captivate than just people who smoke weed all the time. No offense, such.
I ain't heard no more weed from me.
But it's like you absolutely have that sound that's very universal. Like, I really think you have that sound that could move to those higher levels quicker than a lot of artists that are putting out just trendy kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta brag on you for a minute. He's got the kind of music that in my opinion, that I think that's radio ready, can go straight to radio, that's gonna captivate multiple audiences, black, white, young, old, Asian, my grandmama. People are gonna love what you're doing because you got a really unique sound about you. Like, one of my favorite artists is The Weeknd, and that's kind of who I compared your sound to. Not that people want to be compared, but you have that Weeknd kind of sound, and that's hands down one of the most talented artists that I feel that's out there, and you got that sound.
Wow.
So you doing the damn thing.
Thank you so much.
Of course, you're welcome.
That's love, bless up.
Yep, most definitely.
Already here, not
I know.
Had to hype it up, but it's all facts though, you know what I'm saying? And I talked about you to a few people following the showcase. I was like, man, there was an artist there, and he had that sound, and you stood out.
Thank you so much.
And that's what you want. You don't want to ever fit in. You want to stand out.
Right.
And there was a big crowd there that night. You did the damn thing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
I'm honored.
So when you get in the studio and you work, like, what is your creative process for putting a record together? You typically write before you get there, or how do you do it?
Honestly, for me, it starts with the beat. I started out producing.
Okay.
To this day, I have a beat marketplace.
That's dope.
So with that said, for me, it starts with the beat. If it doesn't entrance me, to a degree, then I don't want it. And,
right.
You
gotta feel it.
Yeah, at that point, then I can go ahead and write, or I might kind of freestyle write, if you will. It's very spontaneous, very, stream of conscious.
So, Such, you want to say something?
Oh no. I was fixing my glasses. I know that light is on me, so you see nothing.
Such be doing this like.
Hey, no, I'm in class. Make sure.
I always know when Such ready to say something, he be like a kid in the classroom putting his hand up like, can I talk
Fire
next?
away.
Now, I'm really excited to play the record and get Such's feedback on it, you know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't had the opportunity to hear any music from you. So it's always good to get that live, unbiased feedback, you know, especially with someone like Such who's very relevant in the business. You want me? He want me to brag about him while he on video.
Okay, I'll cut it off.
Yeah. But do you have any albums, mixtapes, projects out?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. I dropped I call it an album because it's so cohesive that I don't even want to call it like a mixtape. But it's 10 songs. It's called Fireplace Babylon.
How you came up with that name?
You know, I did a lot of digging, like, you know, just thinking really hard on it. You know, I didn't want it to be a basic title, but in essence, what it means is like, basically to hell with the status quo.
Right.
You know, and what everybody else is doing.
That's and you are absolutely, like I said, and I mean this in the most positive way, you're outside the box. You stand out. And because of that, people will remember you. There was a lot of people that performed that night. I remember maybe like 2, and you were definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is you're doing and the energy that you're projecting, keep on doing it.
Thank you.
Because Such and I, we talk about that a lot. We're both Tauruses. What's your zodiac sign?
Wow, Taurus.
Oh, gosh.
Oh shit.
It all makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? It all makes sense now.
And she's a Taurus as well.
Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of bulls in the
Okay.
building.
Okay.
But, you know, then you understand, like, we really thrive on good energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to be around somebody that's just,
Yeah.
you know, like that
Yeah.
projects
We don't
that
need
negative.
that.
Yeah, we don't need none of that. There's enough of that goes on in the world.
Exactly.
So, it all makes sense now. He's a Taurus. When's your birthday?
May 2nd, 1993.
Okay. Oh.
You young too.
Lord, yes, but that's good because you got longevity.
Thank you.
Do you still produce?
Yeah. Every chance I get, like, I'm always trying to discover that next sound. You know what I mean? Like, just do something different. I love what a lot of producers are doing right now. You know, shout out to Beatz. We got that, you know, going on right now. Yeah.
That's you know, and that's big too because as a producer, you can really pull a sound out of somebody that they may not knew they had. And I say that, you know, I manage a producer, shout out to Shawty Fresh, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I work with a lot of producers and I love when they work with an artist and can pull a sound out of them they weren't sure that they had or didn't know they had or pull them outside their comfort zone per se. Do you ever record over any of your own beats?
Absolutely, yeah. I think, like, sometimes I get attached to them.
Who better? Yeah, you're like, I don't want nobody else to have this.
Right.
Man, this thing hard.
Nobody can do this better than me.
Right, of course. And who better to know your sound than you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I could imagine that being a good problem. Like you produce a record and you're like, bruh, I'm an artist too. I can't let nobody else get on this thing but myself.
I'm not worried about selling it.
Yeah. That's dope. What made you decide to start producing? How'd you get into doing that?
Honestly, just the music that I grew up with. I was fascinated, man, by like a lot of the Manny Fresh. You know, who else was there? There was DJ Toomp. A lot of, you know, the producers that people don't name, you know, like Bangladesh.
Shout out to Bangladesh.
Yeah, a lot of dope producers out there that really paved the way. Zaytoven, always been my
Timberland.
Yeah.
So a lot, too many to name.
Yeah, Scott Storch, like, I'm happy that he's back. I'm just glad to see him winning again.
Yeah.
That's dope. I think with producers, there's so much longevity in that. That's something that you could do forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I also really feel like, and I don't want to say that you have a lane per se, but your sound definitely has longevity behind it as well, that's great. You know what I'm saying? You got a unique sound about you that I think has longevity, which is important because there's so many people that just come and go so quickly in this business.
Yeah.
What are some other things that you might want to dive into doing? You produce, you're an artist. Is there fashion, anything else that you might want to dive into?
Yes. For me, it's a lifestyle brand, and I call it LL Yon.
Okay.
And what that means is the most high, or like projecting your highest self, as you said. And I wanted to be fashion. I wanted to be the umbrella for the multimedia, the publishing, you know, and everything. So I've got that on social media right now.
That's dope.
And we've set up our LLC. We're with ASCAP.
Got a business mind. I love it.
We have a nonprofit organization. Young lady, young queen, right here with me as a nonprofit organization. So we're trying to get back to the communities.
That's so dope. And that's good. You have to surround yourself with people who have like minds, that are business oriented, that have the same visions, the same goals as you. You got to.
Yes.
You're a tourist. You already know what's going on. So we're going to check out this record. Is it available on your album that you put out?
This record is actually going to promote the next project.
Okay.
I think I'm going to call it Eye of the Lamb. But yeah, definitely check out, I don't want to confuse everybody, check out Fireblaze Babylon.
And that's available where?
That's available on all major platforms, digital platforms.
Spotify, iTunes, you name it, it's there.
Yeah,
that's what's up. All right, so the Throning record is produced by who?
This is produced by Vibe. He's one of my go-to for a long time. Shout out to Vibe Beatz. Throning, you know, I wrote it in a real reflective state of mind. Talking about women, money. This is actually not the record I performed, you know, which I don't mean to throw too many records out there, but it's a lot that I want y'all to discover.
I need you to email me the record you performed too, because I want to play that also.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So during the break, you got to email me that out. It's a dope record. We usually limit it to one song, but I want people to hear that record as well.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so talented. You know what I'm saying? He's like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? So I listen. Whatever we can do to help out, by all means. And you hear me saying it right here on camera. I think he's that talented.
Wow.
We see it. So we're gonna check out the record. I need you to give me that really dope introduction. I gotta get my camera ready.
Hey.
And then you gotta stand up and give us a little performance.
It's a whole lot of gang shit going on. Highly Unique Radio. You already know it's Michael Greene in the building. Shout out to everybody, you know what I mean, checking in. I need y'all to listen to Throning right now. Turn the volume on.
They act like they the feds. Even you wanna start drama, I'm aiming choppers at your head. They like Mike, you so violent now. I'm like you, should've seen it there. Looking back, I was a young nigga, serving out the trap up to no good. Nowadays, I'm steady stacking, just living my bitches that hard.
Yeah, give me that energy on that too.
Yeah. And you know that would be suicide. One foot in and one foot out. I don't play with it like it's do or die. Who's down to ride? Down the slide, gotta keep two of them with me because I don't like sleeping alone at night. She just told me how she like girls, oh how we coincide. And I'm not too much into secrets cause I don't have nothing to hide. A&R's trying to diss me, they mad at me cause I won't sign. I can never rush this, it'll all happen on its own time. Niggas want what I got, just know they not gonna take mine. Hey maker, these bitch niggas, that shit hard as a punchline. Long ago I should've known that they would try me on my throne. Then again they should have known that I'm fixated on my throne, yeah. I got something for that. 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 Live fast, nigga, die hard, going figure eights in these sports cars. If I ever have to get away, I might Uber me up a black car. Real rap star, real trap star. I hit the gym hard, you just act hard. Ben Frank is my best friend, he just asked me to be his best man. Keep it all in the family and then triple up on investments. Crack game like the rap game, I'm so Hollywood but not acting. Pull up on you with them big slugs, yeah them hollow tips like what's happening. TuneCore was in a good feel, so I went and had to get us a new deal. Any realer than this, and they'll be labeling me as too real. I'm starting to feel like my idols when they got their first meal. Now they're starting to feel like my rivals, my niggas got no chill. Me and Jimmy been spraying shit throughout the city ever since 09. Phone up the whole gang, 3 a.m., yeah, it's go time. I've been at it all night, hell of a life, sipping this red wine. I've been deep in the hills, yeah, we gon' eat, trust, we gon' shine. Long ago I should've known that they would try me on my throne. Then again they should've known that I'm fixated on my throne.